This episode of Let's Play SimCity is sponsored by Jay's Winery. Jay's Winery, making SimCity far more interesting than it actually is. No, I'm only kidding, guys. Yeah, this is the second video of the Let's Play. We're going to check if our city is still there. And as luck would have it, actually, after finishing the previous video, I escaped SimCity, closed Origin, went to really get a glass of wine, came back, and when I fired up Origin and SimCity again, as luck would have it, they were busy with updates. Here's some proof for you of that. It should be showing on the screen right now if my editing skills aren't up to shit. So yeah, had to wait a few minutes for that to finish updating. Actually had a look on the update website to see if there's any news on this update that I just received, but there aren't any. So I wonder if they're not just trying to basically patch what that one guy was doing. There's a, I can't remember his name, guys on YouTube. He's actually released an offline patch for, not a patch, but an offline mod, if you want to call it that, for SimCity, where you can basically play offline, but the downside to that is you can't save your city, so there's actually no point in doing that. But he did that to just prove to us that it can be done, and all the drivel we've been fed from Axis aside that it's impossible, or you know, you need their servers for these complex calculations, is absolute bullshit. Anyway, let's get back to Twain. Let's see if Twain is still alive and well once it eventually loads. See if it gives me a rollback error today or not. Maybe this last fix did something significant. I doubt it, but we'll see as soon as it's done herding the llamas. There we go. Yeah, that's the same crappy city I left off with. It's all pretty much there. Not bad, not bad. Let's speed it up a bit. Our commercial is going here. Residential is looking alright. Yeah, sorry, that's not commercial, that's industrial. The commercial's in between here. Let's get the zones up. Yeah, as you can see, a commercial, interesting. It generally fills up. Yeah, commercial generally fills up quite quickly. So it's basically shops for the Sims, and I've read somewhere that the more commercial you have, the quicker your density goes up. So the quicker you start getting skyscrapers and proper high density buildings as opposed to the slummy types. I don't know, that's what I read. We'll be testing that, so you can see all the shops going on here. Yeah, I would say that's the only downside to playing the sandbox mode is when you're playing the normal mode, the non-sandbox mode, you basically have, you know, certain targets and things, and that's all based on this little building over here, which is the government building. The town hall. Let me pop it down, and then I can give you guys a better idea of how it works. So you'll see it instantly upgrades you to the highest grade that you get because it's a sandbox mode. But basically how it works is when you're not playing sandbox mode, these buildings get unlocked one by one, or not one by one. Basically, you reach a certain population level, let's say 15,000 population, and as soon as you reach that, you unlock a building space, which you then allows you, or basically allows you to choose which one of these you want to build. So you can, you know, building department utilities basically gives you better recycling centers, better sewage treatment, water, that kind of thing. This will allow you to build better police stations, the larger hospitals instead of clinics, etc. This is when you're tourism based. Better transportation, you get the idea. This one allows you to basically change your tax levels, or how you want to tax different tax groups within residential, commercial, industrial. And this is education, which allows you to build, I think, what's the high schools and universities, that's right. But we don't need to do that now. Everything's been unlocked because we are playing sandboxy mode. The only thing I can really do right now is just try and get some more citizens here, and then we'll see where we take it from there. You'll see demand indicators like in previous Sim cities, and some of you that probably played Sims as well would recognize this. It'll tell you, you know, what the needs are. So here we can see the city wants more industrial. We might as well give it some more. Let's quickly just hate it when the roads do that. Come on. There we go. And there we go. Just do that and there. Piss these people off. Oh, no, they look happy. They're getting jobs, so they're quite happy. What was next? Some more something. Yeah, something's always good. Yeah, you can see. I might have to build a straight road here, just to try and balance this out. And then build funny roads like this. Yeah, that can work. Let's throw some more jobs down, yep, and then put some more living space down there. I'll probably keep these spaces here for some, I don't know, utilities or fire stations, police stations, etc. It'll be nice and centralized here to get around. Well, not centralized, but yes, you can see what I mean. What else? Okay, so I'm going to leave the city for now. Let it run a bit. You can see we're getting some money in. What usually happens when it's time to build police stations, fire stations, and the rest of them, you would generally see your advisor suggesting something like he's saying now there's high industrial demand, but one of these icons will either turn yellow based on medium demand or red if there's a serious demand for something. Right now we don't have any of that. I'd probably have to do sewage. I don't think I did sewage earlier. I have to do sewage soon, and then trash or waste disposal will have to follow next, and then you'll start seeing as soon as there we go. The sewage has spoken. So exactly, there we go. A nice advisor telling you, you know what, it's actually just time to build somewhere for all the poop of the city to go. Wait, I already did that. What is your problem? What am I missing here? There's electricity going there. I'm being a complete tit. That is the water pumping. We need sewage. Not next to the water pumping, because that will be a very bad idea. We're going to put it this side because obviously it's going to create some pollutants in the area, and we don't want it to come in our water system. Man, that must be really good wine if I think this is a sewage plant. Anyway, so yeah, what you'll see now, I think, once this thing wakes up, you'll actually see little balls of turd flowing in that general direction. But like I said before, you need to wait for people to actually take up employment here. So you're gonna see cars going in there soon, and then there you go. See that? So once we click there you go. Alright, so that's sorted out. Where was I going with all of this? Alright, I was going to show you the multi-city part. So this is running now, and as soon as you click here to get the multi-city view, there you go, you can actually now go and just claim another city in this region to start playing there. And that basically shows you what is available on that space there. Let's just see. We might as well do a city that provides electricity to the rest of them. Maybe make it a oil city, and it's got some coal. I'm not too worried about the coal right now, but let's take it on. So you click claim. Your other city is basically now sitting in stasis, if you want to call it that. So it is actually, time's not going ahead there while you're playing in another city. It actually just stays still in stasis, and you're going to continue on this side now. Once again, a nice little road going right through your building area here. You can't move it unless you use that mod I was mentioning earlier. So yeah, easiest way to see what is here, because we know now there's oil here. So we click on the oil map here, and there you can see the oil patches. So you basically want to put your oil drilling, I don't know what's it called. Here's your specializations. Let's just quickly see. Drilling, oil well. So you're basically going to put your oil wells in this vicinity here, ideally on top of it, because it's obviously going to affect the amount that you are able to extract from it. So you put your oil well down, you extract the oil. You've got storage facilities that you build, which I'll show you. And yeah, then you decide whether you want to sell the oil on the market or whether you want to use it for your own usage, or you can basically do it for both. Right, let's maybe do that. Let's quickly get the setup and running so we can get some black gold going here. Oh, what did I do now? There we go. Okay. First things with cities, you need people. High density. I mean, I should get away with high density. Let's just see which way the wind goes. Wind is going in that direction, so I'm going to put my residential on this side so that they're not downwind from all the shit that the factories are going to generate. Let's just do it the old-fashioned boring way, as such, and like that. Okay, get me some people to stay. Some more high density. That's nice. See, I took high density avenue now. That's just brilliant. And no, it doesn't upgrade. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. I'll just go back to high density streets now. And it's nice enough to as well go and raise and, you know, drop the floor level to accommodate your streets there. Let's go some more residential, like such. Okay, where's the oil? Oh, that's nice. I went and built over it like a idiot. Okay, no problems. We're gonna build it. I think let's do one with a street coming like that. I'm gonna just put it down so it's almost right on top of it there. Okay, so all of these buildings basically fall into specialization. This is not something that I can recall from the previous Simcities. You've got your mining, which is for coal and ore, and allows you to use the smelting factory to either turn it into metal or into alloys, depending on which resources you've got. Advanced coal mine, never built that one before. Oil, which we're going to do now, oil well, petroleum HQ, and oil refining, which allows you to turn your oil into fuel. Then we've got your trade depots and ports, which basically allows you to export or import resources you need. So now I can export my oil with one of these two, or it allows you to basically have storage, or you know, they allow you to build storage at these ports, the depot and the port. So all the oil I extract here can basically go into storage at one of these, and I've got the option to allow my local industries to go and fetch it there or sell it on the international market or whatever. Electronics, once you've got some resources going, these are good options as well. It basically just turns your raw resources into something more useful, like televisions, etc. This is when you want to get more tourists to your city. It's basically landmarks that you built inside your city. Some of them allow you to host functions, like the theaters you'll see there, allows you to host functions. Others are just monuments and things that people will visit. But all of them basically have an hourly cost. You can see the $350 or simoleon, sorry, an hour that is going to cost you to actually maintain this building. But obviously it'll also draw tourists as well. And then the reason why you maybe want to draw the tourist is if you want to do a casino city. You can build your own little Las Vegas there. But anyway, we're not doing that right now. We are doing an oil well. Gonna go down there. And then once you have done the oil well, you can edit your buildings, which is another nice and unique thing with this Simcity. With the previous ones, you basically had to build more of the same building to expand its capabilities. With this one, you've got an option here to edit it. And in the case of the oil well, it's going to allow you to increase the production. There you can see 194.15k barrels that is going to increase the production by. So just carrying on doing that, seeing if I've got some money. Oh, I should have probably built power for the city first, but anyway, that's not the point. So there's some more capacity that I've built. Right, let's get some power. Should have done that first. No one told me. Where's the oil? Here we go. Wind is blowing that way. I'll just throw you down there. And I'll accept global deliveries for now because I'm not producing oil yet. And I need to build water. Let's put it on the side of residential because it's clean water. Back to this. The other thing as well, you'll see that you can't just put this down anywhere. It only gives you certain designated areas where you can put this down, and with you know, buildings like this, it's dependent on where you've got a road running. So I'm gonna just, I don't know if I should just do it straight. Let's just do it straight and see. You see now, the little blue markers there indicate where you can put down more of these things. So I'm just gonna carry on doing this. Okay, it's not allowing any more. So I basically have to either run that road around this way or build another one of these buildings on the side if I want to extract more. But for now, let's just keep it at that. So once this one's active, it's going to extract the oil. We need to take the oil somewhere, and that's where that other trade depot comes in. Trade port or trade depot. The difference is the trade depot can actually build a facility for either rail or for ships, so you can export it using one of those two methods, where I think this one doesn't allow it at all. So let's just do one of these as such, go into it and then build the cargo ship. There we go. Now, I was talking about storage earlier. Here you go. There, oil storage. Right, so this is basically going to go and get delivered from the oil well. The oil is going to get delivered here, and from here we've got the option under the global market deliveries to either export it or to just allow it to be used locally. I'd suggest doing the export for now, because we are not going to be able to use all that oil with just this one oil power plant, I don't think. And I'm also just going to, one delivery truck is enough for now. The delivery truck, you can expand the amount of delivery trucks you've got here, so you can put more down there to basically have more trucks delivering oil to all the industries that need it. But in this case, I've only got the oil power plant here, so I'm not going to bother with that. Right, what am I missing here? I think exporting that is probably not active yet. That's, oh, it is working. I might want to give these guys more trucks to actually deliver the oil with. Reason being is I've had it before where a truck gets stuck in traffic. They produce oil so quickly, or they produce oil whatever so quickly, that they just stop production, and obviously that's not a good idea. You want to get that oil out as quickly as possible, and you're going to make money. So we are losing a bit of money right now. I'm going to fast forward it. You'll see once this place starts producing, you can see 350 barrels of crude oil. Eventually, I think it's when it reaches about 500 barrels, you're going to see a truck jump out of there, and it's probably going to take it down to the... am I in the right view for that? Yeah. Why is the truck not working? Give me the oil. Come on. Bring it to I. Ah, there we go. You see a little truck popping out, fills up with oil. One day, drives the wrong way, comes back because it can, comes down, bring it to us. There we go, 500. Now this thing has been pretty random for me so far. I haven't figured out exactly when it decides to sell that oil. If your utility needs it, in my case the oil power plant, you'll see a truck pop out here, basically load that up, then take it all the way to the power plant. In this instance, the power plant has still got sufficient amount there, so it's only once it gets below 1,500 that I'll actually arrange for a truck to come out. So in this instance, it's going to start selling this. But like I said, it seems to be a bit random. Not exactly sure when it's going to do that. I've had it before where it reaches 1,000 and then sells it, or 2,000 and then sells. It seems to be a bit random. Now the other thing with the Simcity is being online, always DRM, that you're supposed to be playing multiplayer like an online role-playing game or MMORPG or whatever, which it is not. These prices are supposed to vary. You see here, the 4,500, I think since the first time I've played it, the prices have stayed the same. The global play is not working at all. The global resource pricing is not working. So it's one of those features they had to switch off in the beginning because servers were overloaded. So they switched it off, non-essentials as they call it. So, you know, trying to relieve the servers. Now that the servers are running a little bit better and they've actually added capacity, they haven't switched the stuff on yet, so we haven't seen the true effects. I mean, you don't know if the stuff's going to cost a lot more, cost less. Is it really going to be true reflection of how much oil, for example, gets produced in the area? Who really knows? It's yeah. So that's covering the basics of specialization. Obviously, the casinos is another interesting one to try out, but I'll probably do that a bit later. Yeah. The other thing that bugs me as well is if you take a look at the city view here, and I go to workers, you'll see now this time it actually shows it. In this instance, it's working. It shows me that workers are going from the city to that city to work. So obviously there's a command. I are speaking English. There is a demand for workers in that area, probably due to all the commercial buildings I've built there. So the workers are going from Elm Grove to Twain to work there. And this seems to be a bit random because I've had times where workers don't commute and students don't commute either, even though I've had the regional bus station here, I've had a regional bus station there. It just doesn't seem like it's always working. Maybe they are sorting it out, maybe they fixed it already, I don't know, but it's been my experience up to this point. I know I haven't done a lot in this video, but I'm going to end it for now. We've got our city producing oil for now, and I'll probably just end up building more industrial buildings here. I'll probably end up building a few more power plants here of these oil ones to just provide the rest of the area, seeing that this one's producing the oil. It'll be the cheapest way of doing it, you know, instead of building oil plants at every city and importing oil to each of those. Might as well extract it from the ground here, sell the excess, and then use this as the main power production center. Right, so I'm gonna make it as such like that for now, and I'll be with you guys again in the next video. Alright, I'll see you then. Ciao.